Welcome once again to another episode of the Respect and Pray Show. I am your host, Miguel Mike Medina, Triple M. On this episode, I have this artist who's from Chicago and now she's in New York. She's an actress, she's a producer, production manager. She is getting as much experience as possible working with so many people, and I've been following her work on social media, and I just had to get her for this interview. So stay tuned, watch the interview because it's a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to present to you Miss Emily Seddon. Emily, thank you for
Hello.
joining me today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So I gotta start from the top. When did you know that you wanted to be an actress and work in theater and film?
Well, I grew up being a theater kid because I was horrible at sports, like terrible. So I knew I had to do something in the arts, and I had a friend of mine that did theater, and so he introduced me. I did theater for a while, but then realized I wasn't a singer either. I basically trial and error and realized what I'm not good at the beginning. And then yeah, they had a media program at my high school, which is amazing. So I joined that, realized I wanted to go into film, and then kind of just really leaned into it as much as possible.
And you're originally from Chicago, right?
I'm from the Chicago suburbs. I moved around a little bit when I was younger, but yeah, the suburbs.
All right. So you earned a degree in media. What school do you attend for media?
So I was a little bit of a nightmare. I started at a college going for media, it's like a very small school near Wall Street area. And then I transferred to an acting conservatory because I wanted to chase the dream. And then I was like, well, I already have 3 years. I might as well tie it all together. So I went to Hunter College on the Upper East Side and kind of wrapped it all together and got a media degree.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So you've been in the whole film industry for 6 years now, right?
Um, Yeah, actually, probably a bit more, probably more like seven, pushing, yeah, 7 or 8. Because I started as soon as I went to college, I started getting internships right away, which I think was actually my like savior in all of this. Because the internships is what's led to like almost every opportunity that I've had. Because everybody knows everybody apparently in this industry. So yeah.
What's been the most challenging project that you worked on, either as an actress or producer?
Um, Good question. I would say there was one that was like the most challenging, but the most rewarding. And it's a movie that's actually coming out this spring. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say, I think I can say the title, right? It's a feature film called Pools. And it was the most challenging because everybody involved in it was there because they wanted to be, which is why it stood so strong. And I think it's going to do so well. We just all it was purely a passion project, so we were all putting like insane hours into this project. I mean, like tr- genuinely blood, sweat, and tears into this project. And I was on the production side. This wasn't an acting project, but it turned out to be the most rewarding and one of my most memorable projects, probably because of all of that. Because yeah, everyone that wanted to be there really wanted to be there, so yeah.
What do you think? What makes a good? What do you think, in your opinion, makes a good producer, a good film producer?
Um, so I started actually getting full, like legit jobs in producing last year. And I would say that what I've learned from being like lower than producer and then now also being a producer as well, I think what makes the best producers is trying your best to obviously stay within your budget and know that you're going to go over no matter what. So like really be under it if you want to stay where you're at. But I would say just making your folks happy is like the biggest thing, because when you lose stamina, the whole project is just dead and you can feel it. The actors can feel it too, which means everybody's performance just like drops off when the stamina's down. So if you pull a little extra money to give that camera department the lens that they want or whatever it is, you take a little bit of money to bring cookies one day to set, just anything to like keep that stamina moving and show them that like you're really thinking of them at the end of the day, just like changes the energy completely. Like I worked on this TV show last summer called Somebody Somewhere, and everyone should watch it. It's on HBO Max. I was not producing it. That's like a full amazing HBO show. But I did talk to the producer at the end of it, and I thanked her for being so intentional in like learning every single person's name, asking them how they're doing. You know, she just showed so much that she cared about the individual people on set that then everyone was like, I don't care that I'm sweating buckets right now and we're on hour 12. Like, I am going to do it for her, you know? So I think just like showing your crew that like you're there for them, supporting them is like, yeah, what it's all about.
What kind of stories do you like to tell?
You mean like what kind of like project stories? Like, what do I like to be a part of?
Whichever way you want to wrap into, like what kind of genre, what kind of storyline,
Yeah.
whether it's something that you want to work on as an actress or later as a writer or a producer, whichever one you like to wrap into.
Okay. I would say with both acting and producing, because I'm not a good writer. Know your strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, I'm not a good writer. So I'd say acting and producing, I am very involved, even hobby wise in comedy. I love all things comedy. I think at the end of like a hard day, coming home and just watching something that makes you laugh. I'm a big energy person, I would say. So I think that coming home and watching something that makes you laugh or feeling like you're bonding with that person through the screen is just something that like you, excuse me, carry with you for the rest of your day. So I definitely am into comedy. Yeah, so I would say I would love to act and produce. You as well?
Yeah,
Big
I
comedy
love
person?
comedy. It's my favorite genre.
Yeah, it's yeah, me too. And yeah, I just think it's so special. So I would love to act and produce projects that like again, I'm not a writer, but anyone in my circle, um, I would love to produce things that they've written.
Would you ever consider like doing sketch comedy, like a Second City or SNL, something that you want to do your own way?
Yeah, so I actually am a part of Second City. I am a performer there, not on their main stage all the time, but I've been a part of their ensembles. So, like, you know, on their Saturday nights performing for like a month or two. Right now, I'm redoing their conservatory program. So I love it. I think sketch is like the kickoff to actually having a full script. And I think that's the method a lot of people use is improvise to write sketches and then take their sketches to write scripts. A lot of comedians have done that. And yeah, I don't know. SNL seems a little bit intense for me, but I respect everyone that does it, and I think it's awesome.
Favorite late night snack?
Also, ice cream. Yeah, I don't have a different answer.
City, state, or country that you would like to film your project?
Um, I love New York. I used to live there, so I would love to film like a much larger project in New York or somewhere in Italy.
Nice, nice. That's a good option. Movie theater or watch it on a streaming service platform at home?
Oh, movie theater. The Paris Theater specifically, or IFC, are like, I miss those places a lot.
Next one, and this one is interesting. Name me your top three favorite comedy films.
Oh no. This is going to be hard. And I'm going to rewatch this later and be like, how did I miss saying this? Oh gosh. I don't know. I would say I was just talking about rom-com. So for some reason, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days comes to my head. And I do watch that almost annually. I love Bridesmaids. Um, I would say anything that has Robin Williams or Will Ferrell in it is a win, 100%. Oh gosh, I don't know. Anything that Amy Poehler and Tina Fey wrote, 100%.
So Sisters.
Yeah, sisters. This is always the hardest question when I get asked this.
So
Yeah,
I'll
I don't
help you
know.
out a little bit. Sisters, Anchorman.
Anchorman, I did love. I actually only watched that one a couple times, probably because my friends over quoted it. But yeah, I love anything. What I would love to bring back, truly, like as the dream, is anything like John Hughes style. I love like the 80s comedy, like based in Chicago style movies. That's what I would love to bring back.
Last but not least, better movie franchise, Star Wars or Spider-Man?
Star Wars. I don't know why I debated that. I truly think Star Wars.
Okay, good, good, good. Not bad. Not bad. So, where can people follow you on social media?
So I am on Instagram. It's at MEM underscore my last name, SEDDON. Um, I would say that's the main one. I do have my own website. It's just my full name.com. I don't have a TikTok because I was afraid that I would get consumed in it. But I kind of regret that now. But yeah, I guess just there. I do post a lot of updates. I do ask if anybody needs, like, if I'm wherever looking for crew, I do post crew positions on there. Yeah.
My last question to you, is there anything about Emily that people don't know about that you would like to know, whether it's something that you currently doing in the film industry or something outside of the film industry that people may not know about? Here's your chance to disclose.
Oh. Um, I guess just that, like, I'm a pretty big improv nerd. That takes up 3 out of my 7 nights a week, is doing improv, at least three, maybe four, depending on the week. And my new hobby is that I like decorating vintage cakes. And that's basically all I've been up to is decorating cakes and doing improv outside of work.
Good, good, good. Hopefully in the future I'll see some more of that cake in your social media platform. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who
I'll
knows?
try and
Who
post
knows?
about it later today, or maybe on Valentine's Day. We'll see.
Oh, we're in the perfect month for that.
Yeah, right?
So, yeah. But Emily, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me. This show is about giving people their respect, their flowers for the hard work that they're doing, especially that they're still here. So I salute to everything that you're doing. I've been watching what you're doing on social media. So keep on going, and I'm looking forward to these next projects that you're gonna be putting out. So looking forward to it.
Well, thank you so much. And what you're doing is amazing. I mean, just giving people any sort of recognition in a business that's like so hard to be a part of sometimes, you know? So it's awesome what you're doing.
Well, that does it for this episode of the Respect and Pray Show. I hope you guys enjoy the interview. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And you guys know the message. Have mutual respect, mutual love, and mutual admiration. So stay tuned for the next episode.